So here I am. I did a video where I checked in and talked about consistency. Here I still am at a low point in my life. As you can see, my studio is still in pieces, or I wouldn't have this background up. I got a splitting headache now, trying to get stuff put together, trying to get reviews for my movies out from my movie channel. Spent the afternoon doing laundry after watching movies and just trying to get everything together. Got to go into work in a few hours here. So yeah, I think it's okay, it's around 6:30 and I got to leave around 8 o'clock. So I got like an hour and a half left. I think I have one load of laundry, but it's not critical, if that makes sense. So I got to make this a little quick. But yeah, so something happened to me at work last week. There was a young kid, 25, which is a young kid to me, and he was leaving the company to become a truck driver. And he decided to give me a hard time because how do I explain this? You ever met one of those women who they kind of like it rough and they give you a hard time because they want you to want to give it to them rough? I mean, she just gets under your skin, but it's in a sexy way. So worked with this man, and I know he's a homosexual. He showed me pictures of his ex-boyfriend. He also happens to be banging around a gentleman who I used to work with, who I didn't get along with. And I knew this guy was bi. He had a girlfriend, but came to work every day in the skinny jeans. And it's like, look, dude, you don't wear skinny jeans that often unless you're a homosexual. I'm sorry, they are feminine. You're advertising to other men. That's what I'm seeing there. And I work in a place where we're pretty much going to see that. So this guy looked at me and said, "You're a loser, you're an old man." And then he banged this other dude and told him to go out there and call me a loser because I'm an old man. And, you sit there and you think, life is going to roll this turd. He thinks he's going to make $60,000 as a truck driver. And it's like, look, first month you work for the company he worked for, he was hired by, you don't make anything because you have to pay for your training. You have to pay that money back. They train you as a truck driver, but now you're learning. You have a teacher in the truck with you, and you're learning. So every one of those hours is a learning hour, okay? So then after that, you make a lower rate because they still have to make their money back, and they haven't done it yet. So yeah, okay, first 90 days, you get paid nothing because it's after 90 days you start to realize this takes me away from my family, it takes me away from my social life, I don't get to see my friends anymore. I mean, look, you might come back from a trip, be like, okay, I've got 2 days, do whatever I have to do, but I have to pack for that trip. So it's really, you come home, you're exhausted, you wash all your clothes the first day, get everything ready. Now, okay, you've got half a day left, really, to get back to work and to do another long haul. That's what long haul trucking is. It pays well for a reason, and it doesn't pay that well anymore. So you look at this dude, I'm sitting there thinking of talking to the company about him because, he gave me a hard time. He was trying to pick a fight. And it's like, why do you do YouTube? Well, you can be a millionaire on YouTube, and it's cheaper than playing the lottery. So I could make one of these videos, it could go totally viral, and then it would not make a difference what I did next. I could do almost any video and it would get 100,000 views, because my last video got 1 million. Then you make your money back from YouTube, if that happens. It's unlikely, but it could happen. So, we've got this guy, just changed his life, took himself away from everything. I mean, he was going to college. He was a little prick, too. He would sit there in the guard shack all day and study when he's supposed to be working, and the other guard would have to do all the work. And he felt that was acceptable. And after he insulted me, he actually told me to get up so he could have the desk so he could study at it. I told him, I'm not going to get up for you, you little jerk. So yeah. And then here's the thing. What if he gets stuck in a truck with one of them older dudes who doesn't take too kindly to his type of people? Be it that he's of an ethnicity, be it that he's a homosexual, be it that he's just a punk kid who thinks he knows everything. Look, I tell you something, you could go out there to, BF whatever, and he could take you out of the truck and punch you out, okay? Now you're sitting there bleeding because he's 45, been in a couple of fights, knows how to defend himself, and you're some dumb kid that doesn't. This is a small guy too. Yeah, so what are you going to do, call the cops? You can't press charges because you're going to another state. Call the cops when you went home? Well, so you gotta take an Uber back home and call the cops when he arrives, or you got to explain why you were in the same truck with him. And I mean, this guy just gives you a couple of light bruises. They're gone in 3 days. So now you ain't got no evidence. You could take pictures, but they could say, hey, look, you didn't take care of it immediately. You should have called the police. So you're in a bad situation. Point being, I really think this kid is headed for a bruising. And he's going to sit there one day and think, wow, that fat old dude was right. Or, hey, it's even possible that everything could work out perfect for him. He could be making $60,000 by next year, and I'd probably never know, but you don't know. Anyway, that's my check-in for the day. Hopefully next time you see me, I'll have a green screen up, or at least be wearing a proper shirt. I'm Richard.